Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creative people where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. They offer thousands of classes for many different topics that you can learn on your own pace. Recently, I have been using a lot of Skillshare for video and film because I wanted to increase my production quality on my review videos. Also, for people like me that is trying to do YouTube, you gotta learn everything by yourself, from graphic designing to photography and filming, etc. It's a self-developing journey, and Skillshare has been a great help with that. So if you're interested in investing in yourself through Skillshare, Skillshare is offering 2 months free for the first 1,000 people that use my link in the description. So make sure to try it out. Hey folks, so I'm trying something out new. It's called Vlog. So now if you go to our channel, there's going to be the review section, which is the playlist for just reviews. And then there will be the vlog section. Now this vlog won't be like every day. I don't think I'll have the time to do that. And I don't think everyone wants to see my face every single day. So this is just like a side thing, like a behind the scenes. And also because I'm pretty bad with vlogging, and this is usually not what I do. I usually set the camera and then start talking, not like film my life. So this is a bit new to me, so please bear with me if I'm a little awkward. And yeah, so this is my room. This is where I edit the videos, where I do the studio work and stuff like that. Now it's pretty ugly. I've been living in this house for about I want to say 5 years. No, less than that. About 3 years. But this house, it's really hard to move out of this place because this place is so darn cheap. It's pretty large, and it allows me to have multiple listening rooms, storage rooms, and whatnot. So it has become more of a business office slash life living place. I can't talk. As you can see behind me is a very ugly wall. And that's because I had records up here. And if you see my previous videos, I had like beautiful records up here. And they started falling down. Like, how light is a record? And there's no records in here. There's just record sleeves. So, and I have a 3M Velcro tape on there, and it just started falling. The weather in Canada is pretty crazy. So it was like raining, it was humid. Oh, and that's the other thing. That's probably because I have no AC in my place. So recently, I tell people I have no AC, and people are like, "What? You have no AC? What? What is this? 21st century." And yeah, this place doesn't have AC, and for me to install AC, apparently it costs like $2,000. And my plan is to actually move out of this place and go to somewhere that I can actually live and maybe use this space as an office space. So really, AC, like central AC, doesn't really make sense. I'm still contemplating. But comment down below, should I get central AC in this place if I'm planning to move out within the next year or two? And summer is very short, mind you, in Canada. You see here is my bed, but this is also a DeLonghi portable AC, which I don't recommend. Portable ACs are actually pretty terrible because they're very inefficient, but that's not the point. The point is that I just want to show you this. It's so jerry-rigged. You see that? So, a bunch of tape and bubble wrap and cardboard boxes to fill in the window, because my window is not a, up and down window. It's a sliding window. So I have it jerry-rigged in there. That's hilarious. Just for this room, because it gets so hot in this room that I just lose concentration, and I'm just like, it's so much harder when things are hot. Like when you're filming, when you're doing your work, editing, anything, it just gets so hot. And especially because in this room I have this guy here, which makes things a lot more troublesome. That's the little dot tube integrated amplifier, which is a great headphone amplifier and a tube amplifier. That's in for review. And I just got this like last week, and I started bringing it in. And I'm also running it on my desktop with this speaker right here. This is the LS35A from China. So obviously this is not the original LS35A, this is the Chinese version, and 11 ohm, I think this is going to sell for less than $1,000. Don't quote me on that just yet, but it's promising. The sound is pretty good, especially with the little dot tube amplifier here. By the way, this tube amplifier uses Mondorf caps, which is very high-end, well, not very high-end, but pretty good, decent high capacitors. And then there's the Western Electric tubes in there, a Telefunken tube in there, which is all new old stock. So it's pretty amazing. We'll talk about that in a minute. And the DAC I'm using actually is the UN X8 Magic DAC right here. Don't know if you can see it. That guy right there. And so this room is pretty messy. This room is the next project for me to work on. I'm gonna glue the record onto the walls so that it doesn't fall off, and no tape anymore. I was trying to take a shortcut. And then of course on the other side of the wall I have like acoustic panels on all sides of the walls over there as well to help with the acoustic in this room. And yeah, so this is my room. Oh, and I almost forgot, I have my little trusty roommate. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's coming out. His name is Zen. Oh, leopard. Come on. Come on, Zen. Come on, Zen. So there he is, gentlemen. That's my leopard gecko. Say hi, Zen. He's so startled. He's like, who thy summoned me? He's like, what is this? What is this, Dad? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this room. I'll show you the next room, and that's going to be pretty interesting because this room right here, when I walk in, has a cringy tiger in the back, but as well, this is like the storage room. So headphones, speakers, so speakers that's yet to be reviewed, like the Axiom speakers here, which are very heavy, and a bunch of speakers here that I personally own and all that stuff stays in this room until it's their turn to get reviewed, or if I need to reference it, then I come up and get it, because if I crowd everything downstairs, then there's just no way I'm going to be able to move around. And we'll show you downstairs in just a minute, but let's go get a coffee first, because I'm not a morning person. Okay, so we're downstairs now, and a bunch of boxes. I need to clean that as well. So this is the door outside. It's just so weird filming my life. I'm probably really awkward right now. And so coffee, a bunch of stuff in my refrigerator. You guys want to see my refrigerator? Okay. Even if you guys don't want to. And so this is my coffee. Spell down. Wow, it's so hard to film while I try to do things. Okay, so yeah, I keep my coffee refrigerated so that I don't have to like ice it. And so I just pour this right here. Good coffee. McDonald's coffee, actually. And oh my god, do I really want to show you guys this place? This place is terrible. Alright, so right now, obviously, I have two speakers in this space, and that's the these guys here, the Yamo, whatever you want to call it, speakers. And then we have the Tecton lower speakers, which I'm using as reference right now because I love them. And oh yeah, I forgot the reel to reel, the reel knows reel. And that's the TIAC X10. The Hagel, Inuus, that's the streamer, Modrite, bunch of stuff there that I'm reviewing. And so most of the stuff here is the stuff that I have that needs to be reviewed in the next week or two. something like that. So I try to move stuff out of here once it's reviewed, and then I put it back in the upstairs room, and then move the gear that needs to be reviewed here. So it's more like a circling chain. And then when it needs to be sent back, it just gets sent back. So yeah, acoustic panel, this is my filming set, and here's the spoiler. I didn't paint the entire wall. Okay, so if you see my recent video, the background is like nice and gray looking, but I didn't shoot the entire wall, paint the entire wall, because I eventually will, but the problem is I just didn't have the time to. I needed to get some reviews out and I wanted a new look, but I needed to get some work done. So I just painted what will be in the film, so to speak, first. Okay, so yeah. Oh, and so this is my filming microphone stand. So I have a Sennheiser 416 over there with this gigantic heavy-duty stand, so it doesn't fall apart. And so that's what you're hearing. And we have this big aperture 120D Mark II light with the dome. A few sliders there that I just really recently bought, the backlight and all. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I usually have a hair light that like tilts up and then shines down on my hair. Yeah, and then there's my projector, which the HDMI cable. Yeah, it crapped out. It crapped out, so I had to get a new one on Amazon. What else? Yeah, this bed that I'm sitting on. So this is actually a couch. Oh, chat. I can't. Come on. Oh. Yeah, so it comes up like that. The good thing about this couch, I got it for like $200 on the IKEA. And by the way, I went to IKEA, right? And there's so many people there. Like, there's so many people there. It's crazy. Like, where's all the people getting the money from? I struggled to get this for $200, but there were people buying like $1,000 couches, and whew, crazy. But yeah, I got this for $200 for filming purposes, also for my personal use. The chair I had before was much better in quality and comfort, but for filming, it just didn't blend with my skin tone. So color correcting was really hard and looked so unnatural. So, and it didn't fill with the background color. So, and it was really big for this space. So I got a smaller couch that's adjustable. The back is adjustable now, so I can make this into a bed if I want to, because I do fall asleep sometimes listening to music all night. So yeah, this is a good little couch. It's pretty comfortable. Been doing me solid for the week and a half I had. So yeah, that's my room right here. And now I'm going to have to go and take this Hegel to down that rack, and then I have to bring another piece from the top and put it in here to do some serious listening. And I'll introduce you that piece in just a minute. But let's first move the Hegel. So going back upstairs, I'll show you the new piece that's gonna come downstairs. And I think my mom's washing her face in the morning or something like that. Okay. The new piece is this guy right here. The Sound Artist Pre-1-2 preamplifier. So I introduced this piece in my crown. That's my Zen, my leopard gecko's food, called crickets. Anyways, the Sound Artist Pre-1, I featured it in my crown review as a solution to making things more airy and stuff. So I had a brief listen to it and listened to it quite a few times. It's pretty good, but I need to do some serious evaluation, put myself in the user's shoes, see if there's any problems. And I already see a few problems, like the tube choices inside there, but we'll see. And we'll take it downstairs, and I'll see you downstairs. Okay, so we're downstairs, and as you can probably tell, I am not fit. Whew. Okay, but this is what I do on a daily basis, so it's okay. I crashed at the end of the day, like a little teddy bear. But anyways, here, if you turn it on, So it has like a nice VU meter, and it looks pretty darn nice. I think there's some kind of little noise floor, but I think that may be just my ground, where stuff just kicking in. But anyways, we'll let you know about that preamplifier. The review will be out in the next few weeks, because I still do have to work on the next review, which is the Jamo speaker. And yeah, and today I also have to go pick up some review samples for Soundstage in downtown Toronto. So we'll take you there in a few hours after I contact Gordon. So vintage hi-fi of the day. So I've been thinking, what can I tell my viewers about? And once in a while I would say some stuff about vintage hi-fi that I have had great experience with, and that was the Macintosh MC2502. And so that is a great amplifier, pretty heavy, so I wouldn't call it little, but little for Macintosh. So that's a vintage amplifier. It's a solid state amplifier, and in fact it was the first solid state, from my understanding, from Macintosh. So when everyone was making tubes, and Macintosh was making tubes like the MC30s, MC60s, and all that good stuff, they decided to come up with a solid state called the MC2502, and it's the most tube sounding solid state because they basically colored it or made it sound that way. So some people may like it, some people may not like it. I like it a lot. It's quite tubey, and it's kind of hard to believe it's a solid state. I mean, there's this whole like, Bob Carver and versus stereophile thing and all that good stuff. But, seriously, that amplifier, you have to hear it to understand. It's the solid state that sounds tubey, which is very interesting. And the sad thing is that these days the price is jacked up on those units for the most part. At least when I was experimenting with it, it was being sold for like $700, $800. And if you find one in good shape, then usually it needs to be recapped still, brought back to spec, and that can cost you quite a bit. So yeah, vintage gear is not all that cheap either. Depends on what you're getting, who you're getting it from, what's the condition, and all that. And then you have to consider if it's a good deal or not. But yeah, the 2502 was excellent. It has this tube characteristics to it. Bass was a little bit wally. I've owned like 2 or 3 units in the past. Bought it and sold it when I needed the money, and bought it when I, and that stuff. Financials. Anyways, I paired it up with my JBL R300, some clip speakers like Las Galas. Sounded magnificent. A little bit dark in comparison to current hi-fi standards, and still not as focused, but the soundstage, the depth, the great impact, the lushness, the overall musicality, and the mid-range was so super smooth. Like, you can play any recordings, like modern or like the blues or jazz, and it just sounded beautiful. Like, no fatigue whatsoever. Just sit back and just indulge. So yeah, that's just one piece I wanted to share you guys with. Hey Gordon, it's Jay. How are you doing? Hey, are you okay for me to come by around 2:30 or so? Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Gordon. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. So we're back. I didn't want to shoot at Gordon's place because there was no parking. I literally had to stop in the middle of the road and put the speakers in my trunk, and Gordon helped me with that. Anyways, so pop the trunk, and here it is, the new stuff that's coming up for review for Soundstage. Make sure to subscribe to them. I'll link in the description below. This is the Elac Navis speaker, and then that's the Elac streamer. So coming up very soon. But now I'm gonna have to go check my mailbox, because it's not that I'm expecting something, but there's always something that's in my mailbox that I can potentially forget about. So I'm gonna go check it right now. I do this once in a week, and hopefully there's something interesting in there. So let's go check it out. So let's unbox these. And I have no idea what it is, so a handy knife all the time in your pocket is always nice. My hands are oily. My god, the box is so destroyed. Oh ho! This is what I live for, man. This is what I live for. New toys, new gear, even if it's just cables. And yes, this is cables from Venture Electronics. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so this is the new Odyssey, I believe. Odyssey HD from Venture Electronics that they sent. And this one is a cable. Wow, that's nice. This is a really nice cable. I needed a new cable for my HD 600 headphones because that one was going bad. But man, I still remember the first Venture Electronics cables. They were nice, but they were not as well built. So congratulations, Lee. My goodness. This is a much nicer cable, more soft, like much more softer, more soft. Where's my English? Much softer, well braided, good build quality. And it's copper, like I wanted. I wanted copper, and you'll see why in a few months. Trying to work a project where I make my Sennheiser HD 600 dope in modern day terms. Okay, so that's this, and then there's the adapter from XLR to 1/4 inch, which is nice. Okay, so now for the bigger box that's not crushed. Thank God that was cables. If that was anything else, I would have been worried. What is this? They sent me something. Okay, so this one is from China Hi-Fi. So they're all from China today. So this is the Bluetooth receiver, music receiver. Okay, so this is the Bluetooth music receiver that they sent me, which is nice. And I think they sent me an extra one because I already got one from them for review purposes. So I'll contact them and see if I can give this one away. So comment down below if you would like to win one, because I'm not going to do a separate giveaway or anything like that, most likely. So if you comment on this video, if he agrees, then I'll give this one away. Okay? We'll never know. It's a mystery giveaway. It's basically like a Bluetooth streamer. Like, it's Bluetooth, but you can add it to any kind of receiver, amplifier as a source. Has a nice set of RCA cables, power, and that's about it. So I'll put this back nicely in the box. So that's it from me, guys. Sorry for the quality. It's a little bit iffy right now. I'm not used to vlogging, and there's a lot of low quality cuts in there, and it's weird because I'm shooting at the exact same place. But I'll work out the lights. I'll already change the light to something that's not so orange. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.